Hello, my name is Diana Tomahembese. I am a content creator, motivational life coach, and founder of Speaking Confidence. Speaking Confidence is an empathetic listening platform and coaching platform. My mission in life is simple: to do anything I can to inspire and make life easier. After all, that's why we get up in the morning, to find things to make our lives easier, right? Now, today I want to talk about fear because, well, fear sucks. So, what is fear? Fear is a natural response. Its main purpose is to protect us from danger, right? Like when you see a lion coming at you, you want to run away from it, not towards it, right? But what happens when there's too much fear that it cripples you and it freezes you and you don't do what you need to do? That is the kind of fear that I'm talking about today. And I've had it. It has kept me from following my dreams for a long time. Okay? Kept me stuck in a job that I didn't really like because I was afraid to leave, you know. With good reason, because in America, if you don't have a job, you can end up homeless very quick. But eventually, I had to leave because what was I doing there? I wasn't doing anybody any favors by staying there. So I had to go. So, what was my dream, you ask? That is a very loaded question. But ultimately, I wanted independence, okay? And the motivator for that was I had a baby, right? I had a young baby. My son is 4 years old now, but at the time he was like two something. Let's see, I left my job in 2023. So he was two ish. And while my job wasn't bad, I wasn't happy, not because I hated the job, but I hated the hours that it demanded. Okay. And as I'm a single mom, so my son's father died on me when the baby was like 6 months old. So it got to a point where my son was sleeping at the babysitter's place. And I worked 16 hours, went home, slept, and came back. Sometimes I'd keep him at the babysitter because, once a baby starts walking, you can't sleep anymore. And I need to sleep because I just finished the double. And that went on for months and months, and I was exhausted every day, and I rarely saw my baby. So I figured I had to make changes. So I told my boss, I was like, you know what? I'm sorry, but I have to go. I cannot do this because my baby only has one parent now, and I'm missing everything. I'm missing him growing up. His first step, I wasn't there. I missed it. So that's why I left. Now, boy, what I did after, eventually, when I left, I was going to do real estate. I had gotten my real estate license, and I felt like I wasn't going to be able to do it with the kind of hours that I had. So I had to leave that job so I can focus on real estate. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but oh my God. But either way, I had to go, and I do not regret it 100%. So after I left my job, it took me a while to get my footing. Real estate was a bust, okay? I don't know what happened, but I spent so much money in marketing. I even took out my pension. Dumb, I know. But I needed to succeed. I did all this marketing and branding, and just I'd go on all these showings, but still, like, no one was buying, no one was selling. And I don't know what happened, but real estate was not for me. And so I needed to find something else. So I started to do Uber, and you know to keep us fed and keep a roof over our head. Yeah, these last few years that when I left my steady paycheck, it was not, it hasn't been exactly rosy. But you know what? That's what I'm talking about. That's how fear gets you. That's how it gets you because, after everything I just went through, if I could go back, do you think that I would make that choice to quit the job very quickly? That's how fear gets you, you know. And and that's how you stay stagnant, not never moving forward because you're afraid of what might happen. And you know what? That's why fear is there, to make sure you think through things. Now for me, when I take so long to think through something, I usually end up not doing it. So I usually think and get things done. If I'm passionate about something, then I'll get it done. And don't get me wrong, it's got me into trouble very many times. I think I want something, I get it done, this business, start a website, and then like a week later I'm like, ugh, yeah, I hate that. Okay. So, but what I've been doing is just trying to train myself because I do have a degree in marketing. Somehow I knew I wasn't gonna last in the public safety business. I don't know why, but I was like, after 5 years, I'm probably gonna want to do something else. Also, I went back to grad school to get a marketing degree so that in case I moved to another country or I didn't want to do public safety anymore or I got hurt, I could have something to fall back on. I like plan B. It's always great to have plan B. So that marketing degree was my plan B. And so, that was supposed to help me with my real estate, but I think I just picked a bad time to buy because houses were expensive. This is in 2023, and unless you had like loyal clients that would just call you to buy and sell, yeah, no one was taking on new realtors at the time. At least not me, because I advertised and I did everything I thought I could, and nothing. So yeah, that business had to go. All right, it wasn't me anyways. I only did it because, well, I thought it would make me big money, and it probably could have, but it didn't work out. So if something doesn't work out, some things are just not meant to be. So you have to let them go. Okay, if you 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, like you have to let go. Okay, my dad always said that if something is not meant to be, no matter how much you force it, it's not gonna work because it's not meant for you. I'm a big believer in something is meant for you, it's gonna happen without even that much effort. So I let real estate go and went on to do other things. So yeah, I did Uber for a while, but as you know, Uber is great, but it's not sustainable because some days it's quiet, and I have a baby. Don't forget. So I needed to do something else, and for a while I didn't know what until recently, last year in like what October, it occurred to me to start a YouTube channel. YouTube channel. But again, I had thought about doing that before I even left my job, because I love movies and I would watch these videos with people talking about movies, and I thought I could do the same. So why didn't I? I was like, oh wait, again, fear would hold me back. I'd be like, well, what about copyright issues? I don't know how to make my own videos, so what am I gonna do with a YouTube channel? I don't want to get copyright issues and get sued. And that is right, because copyright issues are serious. Long story short, I had to figure out how to overcome my fear. And I did some research into YouTubing and how I could get around the copyright issues. Not get around them as well, but how I could, you know, use some people's clips without getting sued. Things like fair use. So, I mean, I had to take a course, but why didn't I do that before? Why? Anyways, I did it, and now my YouTube channel is up. It's called The Clip Woman. That's why I talk about my love for movies, a little bit of politics, and of course, I still have a lot to learn. But hey, I'm doing it, and
you know, not too long, I'll be getting monetized, and I'll be making some passive income from that. So I had to overcome it somehow. So it gets to a point where, yes, you have fear, but you don't really have any
Long
other
story
choice.
short,
You It's like a
I
sink or
had
swim
to
situation.
figure out how to overcome my
By the way, I
fear.
can't swim either.
And I did some
But
research into
yeah, you have to swim.
YouTubing
You have
and
to swim,
how
or
I could get
you
around
die.
the
And
copyright
that's what happened,
issues.
because I
Not
couldn't get a
get around
traditional
them as
job.
well,
My
but
son
how I
is in
could,
school,
use some people's
and
clips without
yeah, I had to
getting sued,
do something
things like
else.
fair use. So, what
So,
exactly
I
is
mean,
it
I had
that
to
we
take a course,
fear?
but
Why didn't I do
why?
that before?
It's not like anybody's
Why?
going to beat us.
Anyways,
Why
I
do we
did it,
fear
and now my
letting go
YouTube
of our
channel is
comfort
up.
zone
It's
and,
called The Clip
take
Woman.
things that will make
That's
our
where I
lives
talk about
better?
my love
Let's
for
see.
movies,
There's a
a
fear
little
of
bit of
failure.
politics,
Failure is
and
a very big fear.
of course, I
Nobody
still
likes to
have a lot
fail,
to learn.
obviously.
But
We
hey, I'm
fail
doing it,
because, well,
and
we don't
you
have a
know,
choice.
then
Not
there's the fear
too
of
long,
judgment.
I
Okay,
I'll be getting monetized,
judgment.
and I'll be making
How people
some
are gonna
passive
look at
income
you,
from that.
what people are gonna think of
So
you.
I had to overcome it
Eventually, you
somehow.
have
So
to
it
be
gets to
like,
a
you know
point
what?
where,
I'm just trying to do me.
yes, you
I
have
don't care
fear,
what
but
anybody
you
else
don't really
thinks.
have any other
Okay.
choice.
Here are a
It's
few
like a sink or
steps
swim
to
situation.
overcome fear.
By the way, I can't swim either.
Everybody's different,
You have to
but what works for
yeah, you
you.
have to
For
swim.
some
You have to
people,
swim, or you
they
die.
confront that
And that's
fear.
what happened,
For
because I
some
couldn't get a
people, the
traditional
fear
job.
is
My
too
son is
great
in
that
school,
they just hide.
and
But you
yeah, I
can't
had
hide,
to
okay?
do
So,
something else.
first, acknowledge your fear, okay? The first step is admitting that you're scared. Fear loses its power when you name it, okay? Number two, take small steps. Emphasize the importance of breaking down big goals into manageable goals, okay? And then number three, you have to find your why. Okay, Sinek always says that you have to find your why. Any business you do, you have to have your why. Okay, your why has to be strong, of course. And I've learned that if you're just in it for the money, most times it's not gonna work. For example, my real estate. Okay, I literally was only in it because I thought I could make money, a lot of money. Thank you, Selling Sunset, for that one. But my passion wasn't in it, and maybe that's why it didn't succeed, because yeah, I did the marketing, but when you're doing something that you're not passionate about, you don't do it 100%. Even if you think that you are doing 100%, you're not. Okay, that's what I think. Everybody's different. Some people are able to do jobs simply because they pay well. Even if they don't like the job, they just do it. But for me, I have to have some sort of passion. Okay. And then lean on support. Okay, that's step number 4. Share how, you know, share with your friends, share with your family. Now, depending on what kind of family you have, some family will support you no matter what. Others will try to put you down. But it's up to you to know who you can share this with. Now, if you don't have anyone to share with, that's where I come in, speak in confidence, because I have a listening platform that I can listen to you, share your goals. Sometimes speaking out loud helps you, it helps you organize your thoughts. And, talking to yourself doesn't help much. But if you want to talk to me and share your goals, maybe come up with solutions and how to approach, speaking confidence is your go to www.speakingconfidence.life. Okay. And then next up, you have to act despite the fear. I know it sucks. I know it's tough. I know I've been there. But you have to, which again, you have to know your why. You have to know why you're doing it. So, for example, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why did I start that YouTube channel despite the fear of everything that could go wrong? Getting sued, I wasn't even too great at making videos, honestly. Like, I could hold up a phone and take a video, but that's all it was to it. I actually had to take kind of a class how to take mobile videos as well. Now, then there's taking videos on the computer and YouTube and editing and whatnot. It's a lot. I'm still learning too. I'm still learning right now, and I'm learning life coaching right now, and I'm still learning. I mean, look at these videos. Like, what do you see?
I'm still learning, but hey, you have to start. Don't worry about perfection. Just take action. Okay? Because if you don't, you keep procrastinating. I'll do it tomorrow. If you have to wait until you can get everything perfect, well, then life is gonna pass you by. So this way, we're learning together, even though my craft is not perfect yet, like, Tony Robbins and the Mel Robbins of the world, we're gonna learn together. And that's why I started speaking confidence. And the coach, I do love sharing knowledge, and that's why I thought that coaching would be a perfect for me. I love sharing knowledge. I'm always looking for ways to make my life easier. And you know with my friends and family, I always try to tell them any new thing that I discover. Most times they don't listen to me, they don't want to hear, but someone out there will listen. So that's why I launched Speaking Confidence as well. Share knowledge, and let's learn together to make our lives easier. Because let me tell you, life is tough, okay? Life is tough. Some of us are going to need to get helmets, but that's okay. That's okay. No one ever said that life was easy. Okay? If life is easy, you're not living, you're just existing. Now, however, there are ways you can do to simplify and make life less complicated. And we're going to find those ways together. All right. That's it for today. And the link to Speak in Confidence will be in the description. And if you would like to speak to me, you can email me anytime. Thank you for listening, and I hope to talk to some of you soon. Bye bye.